Black Friday racks up $2.87 billion in online sales as of 5 p.m., $1.4 billion on mobile. With Thanksgiving hitting a record $2.87 billion in online sales in the U.S., Black Friday easily surpassed that figure before the day was even done. Figures from Adobe, which analyzes 80% of online transactions to the 100 largest retailers in the country, to come up with its numbers. Note that total sales as of 5 p.m. Pacific Time were $3.54 billion, up 15.6% year on year. Adobe estimates the whole day will reach $5 billion. We'll have final numbers later in the day and we'll update them then. That actually shows a slight slowing of the shopping pace online. At 7 a.m. Pacific, sales were at $640 million, up 18.4% compared to a year ago. This would make sense since people also flock to physical stores to catch bargains there. Many retailers are still focused on in-store sales for Black Friday, said Linda Bustos, Director of Merchant Strategy at e-commerce platform provider Work Area, which also works with hundreds of online retailers. The physical retailer star is still Black Friday, but the consumer behavior is smoothing out because consumers are opting out of the physical hustle and bustle and moving toward what's easier, shopping on the couch. While we collectively see a larger volume of sales on a per-sale level, things are actually holding steady. The average order value so far is $134, which is up just 0.9% over 2016's Black Friday. The bigger shift is on how we are shopping. Purchases made on the mobile devices have so far totaled a record $1.4 billion, $980 million in smartphones, and $400 million in tablets, accounting for 39.8% of the total. Adobe says that 55.57% of all visits to sites have come from mobile, working out the growth of around 10% on both sales and traffic. The big story this holiday season is in mobile shopping. Retailers know this is where the audience is now and are delivering better experiences. On both Thanksgiving and Black Friday, the gap between mobile traffic and revenue is closing, said Mickey Mersile, VP of Marketing and Customer Insight at Adobe. Shoppers looking for discounts are getting better at using smartphones to quickly close the deal, and we are seeing better mobile conversions this season at over 10% growth. Tablets in the story of their decline in importance in shopping, especially as smartphones have gotten faster, easier to use, and bigger. It is an interesting trend. It's also been going on for a while now, and if you could use its performance in e-commerce as a track for how much they are used overall, the picture is not that bright for tablets. Another stat that should not come to a surprise to those who are familiar with consumer behavior on mobile concerns the platforms that are being used. iOS average order value continues to be higher than Android order value and is also growing more. Respectively, it's up $127, up 5.1% on 2016, and $112 for Android, up 1.5%. iOS also has a higher conversion rate of visitors to purchase, 3.2%, up 10% year on year, versus 3.1%, up 8.1% year on year. Collectively, e-commerce has generated $33.26 billion in sales so far in November, up 17% year on year, Adobe said. Black Friday and the subsequent pool of days that has spread around it are significant for consumers because they get a chance to buy items at a deep discount to their normal prices. Unless you subscribe to the school of, hey, if you don't buy anything, you get a $100% discount. They are significant for online retailers because they set the pace and are bellwether for the rest of November and December, traditionally the most important time of the year for the businesses to rack up holiday sales. In terms of what is being purchased, Adobe highlights electronics like TVs and computers as two big sellers today, as are the Chromecast and Roku. Other top products it said include Apple AirPods, the Sony PlayStation VR, and Nintendo Switch and Xbox One X.